I'm Kendall Trotter.
And I'm Steve Hawks.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Update. Today's update is all about what happened to our investors, mainly from California. A lot of people came here, made a lot of money. A lot of people got caught up at the end and find themselves not doing so good right now. So today I have Max Solar here with me, who has personally bought and sold a couple homes here in Las Vegas. And right now, maybe having a little bit of problem with one of his rental properties. Max, thanks for coming in and talking to us today.
My pleasure, Kendall.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, I was, like many investors coming from California, wanting to come into town and make a quick dollar.
Pot of gold at the end of that.
That's right. Sounds like everybody else.
Yeah. You did make a quick dollar.
I did
and
a few
two,
times.
and three.
And three, and four. And now what I see is a little bit of a change going on, and I found myself stuck in a position. So I'm here to talk about
Your
where
position.
I stand, my position, and to ask you guys for some advice.
Okay. First, tell us what's going on. What's your position?
Well, my position was several years ago, I purchased a property in northern Las Vegas at a good time.
What year?
That was back in approximately 2002. Right at that point. Kendall, I believe you were my agent at that time.
Got him a great deal.
Hey, what a good friend.
Yeah.
And you did the right thing. I did the right thing. But here's what happened. Typical mistake that a lot of people made. The market boomed. And what do you do at that point? You see your investment go up in value, and you decide to make another investment. So you take that initial investment that you purchased at the correct time, leverage it, pull the money out, and go buy another house or go invest in a different market, whatnot. And so that's where I find myself today. I purchased a property at fair market value before the boom.
Which price was that?
At that time, I purchased the property for, it's a small home, I purchased it for $110,000, which roughly about 2005, I went ahead and refinanced the property for $175,000.
So you took $65,000 out.
I did. I took it out and I invested it in a market in California,
Right.
which, like nationwide, has suffered along with Nevada and along with everywhere.
So now you find you had a house, you were in an equitable position,
Yes.
obviously. You took $65,000 out, and you wanted to parlay that bet.
Yes.
You're no different than just about every other real estate investor, because anybody that watches TV at 3 in the morning, there'll be 10 guys on there telling you how to do that. Okay, right? So this is what you did. So you now have your $65,000, and you've invested it in California real estate, taken the equity of Las Vegas real estate, put it in California real estate. So go ahead and continue.
That's exactly what happened. And so I took the money from here, I put it to work for me in California. It didn't work there, and now I'm in a position where I find myself that the value of the home is not worth what I owe on the property.
So you owe more than your home is worth.
Yes, absolutely, Steve.
Just like
Hit it right on the nail.
How much? How's your renter paying your payment?
Well, my renter was paying my payment before he left the country, so that left me in another position. I'm out of state, living out of state. My renter decided to take off and left me with a vacant home without me knowing. And at that point, I came a bunch of different problems came about, and different legal aspects of the property. The city came in and did a bunch of different things without me knowing. And
Because it was a vacant property, they boarded it up, stuff like that.
it was a vacant property.
You were looking for a renter at the time.
It was vandalized, graffiti, broken windows. Now, you must understand, Steve. This is not a home that was necessarily in the best part of town, but at the same time, it wasn't in the worst part.
Right.
This is your average neighborhood, which many people that would be watching this video.
A good investment.
Absolutely, it wasn't in the slumlord part of town, and it wasn't up in the richy part of town. It was just your average middle class American home, and just bad things kept happening to the home.
So are you behind on payments right now?
Currently, I'm up to date on the payments,
Okay.
and I am in the process of determining what to do with the property. I can't sell it because I'm upside down on it.
Max, what is the value of your home?
Kendall?
Well, let's talk about that for a second. When Max was coming in to do repairs on the home, he asked me to look it up, and I really couldn't believe it because there was one home on the market, almost model match to his in the same subdivision, that most recent sale in that neighborhood is $195,000. You think $195,000? Hey, Max, you're okay, great. But then a little further investigation, there's one on the market for $105,000. However, it's a bank repo. It's probably tore up. It's probably in really bad condition. But folks, that is almost a 50% difference, and it's really, really, really hard to compound houses when you've got houses in the same subdivision, pretty much the same square feet, for 50% difference in price.
So what Max has to discover or figure out is if you think the market is going to virtually double in the next 5 to 6 years, because that's what you're gonna, the value, in order for you to, let's just say your home was, let's say you owe 200,000, and let's say the comp, like Kendall said, is 100,000. Okay, so the value of your home is approximately 100,000, and in order for you to break even at 100,000, the value of the approximate value right now, it's gonna have to double just for you to break even. So however long a period you think it's going to take for your house to double is how long that you're going to have to hold on to that house to break even. Not to mention how negative are you per month? Are you 500 negative, 1,000 a negative a month? That's what you're going to have to figure out.
And the one thing that we haven't hit on this is unfortunately Max is an out-of-state landlord, and nobody's here taking care of it for him. He has to do it from there, and that's why he got a note from the city saying, hey, we're boarding your house up, we're charging you $800, or, I mean, and these are real situations, people, that everyday people that bought homes really find themselves in, and it's very, very unfortunate, but real estate investing is not as easy as it seems. And there is a science behind it, and for a while, it seemed like no matter what, everybody was making money, but those
days are gone, Kendall.
That's why you need to call a professional or an expert that knows the market. Now professionals are back in stock.
Yeah, absolutely. And to add a few things to what you guys have been able to help me with, the advice that you've been giving me on and off camera, what I'm looking at is I need to make a decision on what I need to do with an investment that I have.
What are you going to do with your house? You have a house that your house is worth more than the REO on the street.
Absolutely.
Maybe your house is, let's say, for argument's sake, your house is worth $160,000 right now. You owe $195,000. Well, by the time you sell it and you pay closing costs and everything, you're going to be $50,000 upside down.
Well, I can't sell the home, Kendall. We've discussed this. Steve and I have also discussed this. I cannot sell the home. So what I have to do is I have to rent the property out. Now, as you know, in the rental market, it's tough to rent the property for what you owe,
or you
what
could
your
short
mortgage.
sell it, or you could
short sell the property. But at that point, you've got different avenues. You have to have the bank approve it. A short sale is not the easiest process in the world. I can go about that way, but I need to look at it as, if I do hold on to it, Steve, and if it does double in value in the next 5 or 6 years, will I come out of it okay?
And is it logical
at the end of the day?
Is it logical? And that's what you're gonna have to
decide.
Calculate yourself. Do you think
one.
the market's gonna double in 5 to 6 years? Most likely.
Not. Most likely not.
Correct. Most likely it's not.
Most likely not on a property that is 3, 4, 500,000. But on a property that's 100,000, you never know. You never know.
Now, if you purchased your property today for 70,000.
That'd be a good day.
It could be worth.
That would be an excellent day, Steve.
So people buying today at 70,000.
Find me that property.
Hey, we might be able to do that for you.
Kendall, between you guys, you can do it for me. I know you can.
You know what, folks? I think the moral of the story is here. We have a California real estate investor that is still willing to roll the dice on Las Vegas market. He's not ready to throw in the towel.
Absolutely.
You know what? I commend you for that, Max. I think that you hold on to that, and I think you're going to come out ahead. Not this month, not next month, but in time you will.
It's happened before, and it can happen again, Kendall.
You're absolutely right. I think we're about out of time for today, folks. I'm Kendall Trotter with Max Solar.
Steve Hawks.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Update.
Thank you, guys.